What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BurlyFishing channel. I am your host today, and I will be hosting and guiding you through a pretty cool unboxing. As you know, we have recently started doing some sort of exploration into smaller, maybe lesser known bait companies. We had Pro Point Lures, we had Cast Cray. We've done a couple of just like unboxings, with people have reached out and said, hey, this is a cool company that we thought, that maybe you haven't heard of before, or maybe you've been, hearing about companies, but like, you know what, I've never checked them out, I'm gonna go check them out. It's one of the things that we do on this channel quite a bit that we think is a ton of fun, and we've got another one for you today. Now, before we get into the unboxing portion of the video, I wanna say thank you so much for checking out the channel. Thank you for, as I'm sure you will, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and smash the like button as well. Or you could ring the notification bell, do whatever you wanna do. As long as you hit the bells, do the subscribe things, and hit the thumbs up buttons, we're gonna be super happy. As we're going through here, if you see something you think is really cool, if you see another company that you think we need to go check out, maybe do an unboxing on, leave a comment down below. Let us know who we should take a look at, and let us know what you thought about the companies that we're about to feature here today. Speaking of those companies, I have two packages. Honestly, they look like almost kind of small. We've got two packages here, small but mighty packages. One is from BurlyFishing, and the other one is from Beast Coast Fishing. Now, I will say this. These are companies that maybe some people have probably heard of. I know they have been on my radar, but I've never had a chance to try them out. I've heard about some of the baits that each of them make, and I'm kind of like, oh, those are really cool, but never had a chance to try them out. So I went and placed an order from each of them. We're gonna open them up, we're gonna check them out. I'll show you what's in the boxes, and really, I'm kind of interested because it's kind of like we're getting close to like jig time of year where I'm thinking more and more and more about, breaking out a jig. I'll show you what some of our favorite trailers are on some of these jigs, and maybe there's some plastics in here too. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that would be open up the boxes / bags. So the first package is from BurlyFishing. I got really bold there. I really did not even think about doing that. I just sort of sliced and diced, but we're open. Now this company came out on one of our members only lives. If you didn't know, we also have a live podcast that we air every single Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. But in addition to that, if you are a member, details are down below. If you are a member, depending on which membership level you're in, we have a members only live once a month on a Tuesday. We do a lot of stuff that we talk about a lot of things in that members only live that we probably don't talk about as much on our regular show. Give you a little bit of background detail as to what we're working on. We let you guys vote on things like the t-shirts that we're working on for our top tier members. And we talk about, hey, what are you guys interested in seeing? I mean, these are the folks who help support the channel. We want to make sure you guys are getting value for that. So we give you guys a louder voice in what happens and what ends up on the channel. So this is one of the companies that people were super interested in, BurlyFishing. So we placed an order. Oh man, what? I love it when the stickies come. Like when you get a banging slap. You gotta be kidding me. BurlyFishing, the old hand grenade, and it says, let the battle begin. Dude, I'm 100% down. I gotta find an awesome spot for that. Love it when the sticky comes in. All right, let's see what's going down in this bag. I gotta be honest with you, I forgot what I ordered. It hasn't even been that long. It's been like a week and I already forgot. I don't know whether that's sad or what, but I did. Check that out. And they added the decal and they said thank you. They even wrote it on the receipt. Heckin' awesome. I love that. Anytime there's like the personal touch, like the signature, in this case, the thank you, I'm impressed. And I gotta be honest with you guys, every time I see other people's handwriting, I'm judging, and this is a pass for me. It's twice as good as my handwriting, which is not saying much, but it's still pretty good. I love this. All right, let's see what's in this pack. All right, we're gonna work our way top of the water column down. Dang. Now the first thing we had to get, oh, that packaging is not gonna show up. This packaging is rad. I wanna make sure it like shows up. There's a lot of reflection. I actually really dig this packaging, and they call out all over the place that these are hand tied. Now there are a lot of jigs in here, but this is a buzzbait and this one is hand tied. We love the hand tied stuff. Super K jigs, they make phenomenal jigs. We work with them, and I gotta be honest, like when you get a hold of a hand-tied bait, like everything at Super K is hand-tied, you immediately tell the difference. It's way more durable, and it really does make a significant difference. I also have a heck ton of respect for people that hand-tie their jigs. I bet you the dudes that hand tie their jigs, they just have like fingers made of iron, calluses for days. But sincerely, it really does make a huge difference having a hand tied bait where the skirt is hand tied. It's like one of the first things that I look for. It means you got a quality bait. All right, take the staple out. Make sure I don't drop that so my dog doesn't try and eat it later. All right, check this bad boy out. Whew. Let's see if we can get it there. We got the big gold blade. You got this like clacker here, so every single time that the blade turns, it's smacking into this other like metal flag looking deal right here. And then you get the gold blade on the back. Dude, that is heckin' cool. Gold, silver, white combo is like, it's an awesome add to anyone's repertoire. The flip side of that is like a black and gold and a black and silver. A lot of times when I'm dealing with bladed anything, I want to have one of each. I want to have one that's super dark, so like black, right? Black skirt, black painted head. And then I want to have a white skirt, white head in this case, you know, we're looking at a white. But then I want to have a combo of each where I have a gold blade and a silver blade. So like black with gold and silver, and then the white with gold and silver. Why do I care? It's one of those things where like you never know what's going to work like on a specific day. Like a cloudy day, you would think like, oh, I want to have something like super bright and chartreuse. But sometimes if it's super dark, you really want something that can like silhouette. So I actually want a black. And the flip side of that, you know, sometimes on like a super bright sunny day, you're like, oh, do I want like a really bright flashy color, right? But no, maybe you want something that's silver, that's going to like reflect all that light and use that light and really show out even in bright water. So you really never know what you're going to want. So I always try and have both. I know that it ends up being a problem because your tackle boxes are only so big, but that's kind of what I want. Now, one thing I want to call out about this bait, I think this is really cool, and it actually has the same profile as the Mega. I think it's the Mega Strike, the Civitron, one of my all-time favorite buzz baits. It's got like this downward angle here that really makes sure that where the actual bait is in profile of where it's moving through the water, that the bait is just barely subsurface, a little bit more so than the rest of the hardware here. It's one of my favorite setups. I also want to call out here, they do give you there it is. You can see the hook holder right here. The wire hook holder is like one of my favorites. You know, with softer baits, yes, they do tend to tear with those, but with a remotely durable bait, you're really taking advantage of the durability and you can really hug tight to the hook. Super sharp hook. Love that arrow-shaped head as well. But god dang, that is just a beautiful setup. Heckin' cool buzz bait. Dang, man. The skirt is a little short, but this is a heckin' awesome profile. And that also means you're probably not gonna need a little stinger hook there either. I freaking love this thing. I cannot wait to get, hold on, listen to this. Dude, that is awesome. Oh, let me do it one more time. This is too much fun. Oh, wait for it. Dude, that is cool. I freaking love that. All right, top of the water column down. What's next? All right, next up, we did get a spinnerbait. So we got the buzzbait in the white, and like I told you, I want to get something a little different. I got this giant thumpy spinnerbait. All right, again, you're getting the hand-tied skirt, which is something that we always look for. But what the heck? Look at this thing. All black on black spinnerbait. You've got the little Colorado blade, and I believe this is an Indiana blade, which is like a hybrid between a Colorado and a willow blade. Got the big bend in the middle, but all black blade. This thing is freaking midnight awesome. The Night Ops 3/8 ounce with the 4/0 hook. Again, you're getting that wire hook hold, bait keeper right there. Hand-tied skirt, black on black on black on black. This thing is freaking sweet. Now, why did we make this particular selection? I'll be honest, this is something that I don't have enough. Like, and we were just talking about a second ago, like in super dark, like dirty stained water, or like when you have a ton of runoff in like the river or anywhere else, like if you have like muddy, dirty water, this is one of my immediate go-tos. I want like a 1/2 ounce, slow moving, and like what's gonna slow this down? I don't know, some big gigantor blades. And you want something with a big heavy thump. So like a big old Colorado blade, or in this case, it's like a hybrid. I don't know if this is technically an Indiana. Indiana usually has like a bigger, like more teardrop shape, but a big, just like hybrid style. It's just gonna catch a ton of water, and this thing is just gonna thump, 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 thump. You can bump into everything with a spinnerbait. They are very weedless, and they just do work. So you're giving this big silhouette target. That lateral line is just getting pummeled with vibrations and giving tons and tons of something for a fish to key in on, when really there's nothing else going on and they can't see very far. So I want something that's big, that's dark, and it's just dumpy, and this is gonna be the absolute ticket. I don't have enough of these. I wanted to add this one. So next up we have the Brigade Blade, and it is, you guessed it, a bladed jig. And holy smokes, does this thing have some amazing components. And I'm loving the color. I do not have a single, I can say it with sincerity, I do not have a single all orange bladed jig. I just do not. And you know what else I don't have enough of? I don't have enough bladed jigs that have a gold blade. It's just heckin' cool. This one has some really cool components on, and the reason we got it, check this out. There's a spinning blade right there in front of that, in front of the jig head. I'm digging that. And this one happens to be like a nickel black color, and there's a couple beads in front of it right here to keep it separate from the actual bladed jig itself. And I'm just digging everything about this. The orange skirt's actually really cool because it's got, like, while it is just orange, you definitely get some black and orange, but there's also some flash and some pearl on some of this. Heckin' cool. And again, this thing is, oh yeah, hand tied to the max. Nothing is ripping this skirt off. And then you're getting, again, the old wire bait keeper right there, which again, you know I love. So I think this one's got a 4-aught hook. Yes, this one has the 4-aught hook, 3/8 ounce. This is one of my most used weights, period. 3/8 ounce is probably the number one weight that I use the most. And dude, the detail on this jig head is just like heckin' silly. Like, what? That thing is beautiful. This thing feels super high quality. That wire, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this wire right here, that is heavy freaking duty. Like, the gauge on that thing is legit. I'm digging everything about this, and I cannot wait to put this up against some of the other trailers and some of the other bladed jigs that I have out there. This thing is awesome, and I didn't even notice it, but dude, the detail on these things are awesome. You can tell there's like some, right here, some lighter strips giving you like the white pearlescent belly on this thing. A lot of nice details on this bladed jig. The Brigade Blade, dude, I love it. All right, this is the last non-jig item in the pack. This is the Cyclops underspin. This is kind of genius. So as the name implies, you've got one eye here, but here's the idea. So let's say you're tossing around a bait. In this case, I got a sweet Slick Baitco bait right there. Okay, so you tie in your bait, you're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm really kicking a whole bunch of butt. I can't wait till I catch 1,000,000 fish. Then you realize, like, man, I'm not getting enough flash. I wish I just somehow could have like more flash and pizzazz, and everything would just be like spectacular. All right, so you got your bait on your hook. You're like, oh wow, this is working great. Like, I'm swimming it through. I just wish that it had more. I wish I could give it more. It needs something. It needs something. I'm missing something. You grab your Cyclops underspin, like so. Put your line right through there, like so, like you do. So I'm gonna grab this, put it on through here, and then check it out, man. You have yourself an underspin rig, right? Look at that. Bang, you just gave yourself a free underspin with the weight. This one has a gold blade, but they do have silver blades, and I know they have a couple of different weight options. But I just thought this was like a really unique way to just want to add an underspin. You can peg it too, and they gave you, where are you? They gave you some pegs to go along with it. So you can go ahead and put a peg right in front of that thing so you can pin the Cyclops right to the front of the bait. Dude, honestly, this is kind of like an ingenious move. I'm not doing a great job of showing it to you, like, because it requires 2 hands. I'll try and show you guys here a little bit closer, but this is kind of genius. Okay, I'm gonna save like the most innovative for last. That was innovative, saving the most innovative. The next one, I was dazzled by the color selection. It was really hard to pick a couple, but I did pick 2. One of them in Margarita Mutilator, which is, the name alone was a sell. I mean, that was easy. And the other one was Magic Edge. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know which one is which, and I can't remember. It's not on the pack, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. These are some Finesse jigs, and they are gorgeous. This is like one of those rare instances where like the photos on the website are very good and they do make you want to buy the product. But then when you get the product in your hand, somehow it looks better. Holy smokes. I'm like afraid to show you these. Check this Finesse jig out. There's not a lot of jig, like look at the detail. Okay, green pumpkin on top. You get bluish purple, like a royal blue, and then a little hint of orange on bottom, all with some black fleck. I mean, this is an amazing color combo, but look at the jig is cascaded in color to the exact same degree as the skirt. That is attention to detail like you have not seen. And hand tied, which you know we love, but when you get this Finesse jig splayed out, check that hook out. What a freaking gorgeous looking hook. It's got the aggressive bend, lets you get as much of the hook shank as possible into a slightly longer bait if you want it, but it's keeping the hook end way in the back here. You get the wire, relatively finessey wire weed guard, and then you get your, again, my style at least, I love that kind of bait keeper, that hook bait keeper, that wire bait keeper. Wow, deadly combo. Oh man. I stand by my previous statement. The photos on the website just don't do it justice. Look at this midnight purple with green pumpkin on top. Freaking gorgeous. What the heck? And then the jig head is painted in green pumpkin. That is honestly, that is downright beautiful. It's freaking gorgeous. Got the same, looks like a nickel plated black hook. Get the wire keeper. This is just an awesome Finesse jig. I mean, this is premium, top of the line. Heckin' gorgeous. All right, we saved the best for last. God, I love this. This is genius. Have you ever heard of the Drop Dead Ned? These are called DDN, but that stands for Drop Dead Ned. I really think this is a genius idea. So the Drop Dead Ned would be like, you have your drop shot, right? Where you have your bait up a couple feet off the bottom, and then you have a weight below it, and the fish is supposed to eat that bait. Well, the Drop Dead Ned would be like, I have a drop shot weight, up top, and then instead of just a weight at the bottom, I have like a jig or like a Ned jig, Drop Dead Ned. This is so genius. So this jig, if you look carefully, has 2 eyelets, one on top and one on bottom. I gotta get a little bit closer. I'm gonna move the jig head. I'm gonna move some of the skirt material so you guys can see this. Zoom, please. There it is. So you can see there's one on the top and one on the bottom. That means you can tie your main line right to here, and then you can tie your leader line down below. Yes, you can run this like a drop shot, and you still got your hook obviously back here. So you're running a whole bait, or you can run a Ned rig underneath, and then you've got your Drop Dead Ned. This is amazing. Now this is a 1/8 ounce, so it is providing a good amount of weight all on its own, but you're still getting that low profile hook. This is a standard, this has gotta be like a 1/0, pretty small hook here with the wire bait keeper. The freaking gorgeous, like lavender, blackish purple up on top. Dude, this thing is freaking money, and there's like blue flake all over this thing. Oh, what? Super innovative. This is what you like to see from a smaller company, just coming up with like the coolest stuff. The DDN, the Drop Dead Ned, dude, go get yourself some of these bad boys. I think this is absolute genius. And good luck trying to get one of these off of Jeff's rods. Like, sincerely, good luck. I'm guessing this one is Green Pumpkin Magic, but it very well could be Money Gill but same DDN drop dead Ned. You're running it this way, main line ties in here, the line with another weight or a Ned rig drops down below, and this thing is just gonna absolutely crush. Still getting the hand tied jig, and you're getting that, come on, hand tied jig, and you're still getting that wire bait keeper. It's got all the extras, and you can see here too with the way they painted the jig head, you get green pumpkin on top, blue on bottom, all details covered. Dude, I'm loving this. I'm so glad that you guys told us about battle baits. There is a ton to like here, and honestly, after I run these Finesse drop dead Neds, there's no way we're not gonna place another order. These are heckin' cool. These are heckin' awesome. So that is it from battle baits. You had that gold and white with all of the heckin' extras, bells, whistles, blades, steel flags and clackers, buzzbait. You got the midnight colored, super dark, extra thumpy spinnerbait. That one is gonna get a ton of use. You got the absolute juice. I regret not getting 2 of these. Jeff, this is mine, I'm sorry, I'm keeping it. Bladed jig. This thing is freaking awesome. It also has bells, whistles, blades, beads, gold, all orange, heckin' awesome, hand-tied, beautiful bladed jig. You get your Cyclops underspin, which is a way for you to go ahead and add an underspin to pretty much any hooked bait that you want. Then as far as the jigs go, you're getting these gorgeous drop dead Ned jigs in 2 different colors, and we went ahead and got the Finesse jigs in 2 different colors as well. Dude, that is a steal. I think the order total for the whole thing was like $48.50 or something like that. So under 50 bucks for everything that you saw there. The quality, I'll be honest with you, that is a steal at the quality. Now, I have never fished these, so I have to preface everything by saying that I have yet to fish any of this stuff. We will do a recap after we get a chance to get some of this stuff wet and drowned, and we'll let you know how it is. But honestly, you can just feel the quality, and the ingenuity speaks for itself. So like, good call on you guys. Thank you for showing us battle baits. That was a find. Now we move on to Beast Coast, which I have heard a ton about. Honestly, almost like to the point where it's relentless. That doesn't mean that it's a huge company. I still do think it's a smaller, lesser known company, which is why it's gonna get featured in this type of video. But I have heard a bunch about them, and I'm honestly delinquent. I know that in getting out to check them out. So without further ado, let's crack open the box, and right off the bat, when we get the box open, you get the freaking sticky, and it's a sweet one. That is a sweet sticker. I freaking love that. That is gorgeous. That one's gonna have a spot. That one's gonna have a special spot too. Gosh dang it, I need more flat surfaces to put stickers. My beer fridge, I'm running out of real estate. Oh man, I forgot about these. God dang. I don't know how these like jig companies are like jamming all these baits in these tiny packages. My order total here was $51, so within a couple of bucks of what I had at what I had at Battle Baits. 9 items. We got 9 items. Let's see what we got. All right, we're gonna start with the jigs. I'm gonna start with the ones that caught my eye instantly. That would be the Hustler series. Again, from Beast Coast. It's a hybrid Finesse jig, but what really caught our eye when we were perusing the site was the mixed materials. So it's not just your standard, I don't even know how to show this to you. Not just your standard materials. Obviously you can see there's a ton of marabou there on the back. So you're getting your regular skirt and green pumpkin, but you get the marabou material. I know this seems like a lot on camera. As somebody who has done some fly tying in the past, I love to mess around with stuff. This marabou material is gonna trim down to literally nothing. And I mean like, it's hard to show and like exaggerate, but I mean, this stuff is gonna trim down to nothing. The second it gets wet, it all immediately sticks together and trims out, flattens out, and it just creates one of the most realistic bait fish profiles out there. It's like one of the most realistic looking things underwater. It undulates just like things do in real life underwater. It's amazing. It's not hyper durable, but with a hand-tied jig like this, it is going to be a lot more durable, just plenty durable for what you need. So this bad boy right here has got the green pumpkin. It's got a matte finish hybrid jig head that is just gorgeous. Like the level of quality is out of control. The eyes, all the details, get in there. The eyes, the detail, it's all there. This thing is heckin' gorgeous. And on top of all of that, oh, come on, move out of the way here. And on top of all of that, you've got a screw lock bait keeper right down there where my finger is. A screw lock bait keeper, gorgeous, pretty stout looking hook, compact hook. Dude, this thing could just absolutely do some damage, like some damage. What color is this one? Stealth pumpkin. Dang, dude. Dang. This next color is another Hustler Series hybrid finesse jig. These are both 5/16 ounce. This one is in dope gill, and oh my god. Yo, the color on this thing is absolutely bananas. Look at the color. Come on, get my face out of here. Look at the colors on this thing. You've got like gold, you've got purple, you've got green, you've got blue, you've got orange, you've got black, you've got brown. This is absolutely bonkers. And again, you're seeing from that hybrid jig, you can see the marabou tied in there. There's no, I can't, this is a clear water, like fish's nightmare. And then again, you're getting that amazing flat matte painted jig head. Feels super quality, stout hook. Dude, that is a killer. Next up, we have some of their tungsten, 97% tungsten jigs. This one is the Finesse dragging jig in 5/16 ounce. This color is called Nurple. Yeah, I'm a child. It's fine. Don't worry about me. These were gorgeous though. So the tungsten is going to give you some more sensitivity. It's also going to allow you to have a smaller profile jig head. All right, there you go. There's your tungsten jig head. Baby football jig. This is a river killer. Again, a dragging jig. The colors on this are outstanding. And you are still getting actually some mixed material. There's some flash boo in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but some of those purple strands are actually like a flash boo. Just beautiful. This one's definitely got a longer hook shank, more of a just traditional style, little point there for holding your baits or for your plastics. And then you get a nice hook. Honestly, this is like more of a traditional style jig, but dude, this has got, again, quality components, tungsten jig head, 5/16 ounces, perfect for the river. This thing will wreck. And I think these are wire tied. These are wire tied, and then they've got like a rubber band on the outside of it. So I don't know if you noticed that. You can see the rubber band, but these are actually wire tied. Important to note. Then the next color we have is Sexy Texan. I mean, come on. Come on. Yo, what? This thing looks like a cheetah. Oh, what? So you get the black head, black tungsten jig, again, wire tied, longer weed guard, and then you're getting this like copper, gold, black, red, and tan. Freaking awesome combo. I can tell you right now with absolute certainty, I do not have anything close to this color combo. Jeff and I maybe are working on doing some jigs of our own, and this is pretty darn close to one of the jigs that we were in discussions on getting done for us. This is, dude, what? You can't tell me that won't get smashed. All right, this next one is, it's another tungsten jig. This one is called, okay, the colors are insane. You'll notice right here, Smallmouth Crush approved. A little sticker right there, Smallmouth Crush approved. If you don't know Smallmouth Crush, reboot yourself, take a step back, reevaluate your situation, your online presence, then step back up to the plate, do a quick Google search, look up Smallmouth Crush, and go learn how to absolutely get dialed for smallmouth fishing. We got a chance through the Monster Bass team and the folks at Monster Bass to go fish with this guy on the St. Lawrence River where he does his fishing, and it was unbelievable. Cool guy, ton of fun. We were able to go on his show. He came on our show. Just cool dude. So anyways, but amazing fisherman. And yeah, if Smallmouth Crush approves them, I also approve them, and I don't feel the least bit bad about it. But another tungsten jig, This one is a 1/4 ounce and it's in Stealth Craw. And this bad boy right here, getting a nice football jig. Again, tungsten head, so it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more dense, so it's super sensitive. You're getting like a really cool combo, like tan, yellow, black. There's a lot of brown in here. Oh man, this is awesome. Now the red you're probably seeing is coming from this hook guard, so I probably should have taken that off. That's probably a little distorting. But one thing I wanted to call out is check out that hook keeper. I'm not sure I've ever seen a hook keeper like that. It's ribbed in the trim section, which is definitely going to give some purchase for some rubber to mold around, and it's got essentially 2 prongs on the left and the right. That is certainly low profile and will hold, especially standard plastics, really well. Nice compact jig, fine wire hook. This is a really nice jig. I'm loving the shorter hook shanks. As a guy who does a lot of smallmouth fishing, especially in the river, I'm loving these shorter hook shanks on these jigs. This is really nice. So we got another one of these, again in 1/4 ounce. This one is in the dirt bag color. Dude, I love the small profile of these hooks. It's really hard to like put into context like how low profile this hook is and the density and like the small size of this jig. This thing is like a perfect size. It's like a souped up Ned rig at a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna be reaching for these way more than I probably ever would. If you're not a jig fisherman and you wanna like be really comfortable and learn how to jig, this is the jig for you. Like this small profile hook, you won't have to like absolutely, you know, like set the hook in the next month in order to set on a fish. These are gonna be super sharp, easy hook sets. You won't be missing fish, but you can get a ton of sensitivity. And with all this skirt material, this dirt bag color is like a black, brown. There is like an almost like caramel color in there too. Then you're getting this like streamer type material that's included in there. This is you're just getting so many more things that can attract a fish and create like a craw type of presentation. Like you're going to catch fish and you're not going to miss a lot of fish either. This is a really cool jig. This might be the one that I'm most excited to fish. It's hard to say. I know the hybrid was really cool, but this is just a super high-end jig. Yeah, so $650 for the first 4 and then $550 for the second 2. So between like $6-ish and $7-ish for some super quality jigs. It's not bad. That is not bad. They're not free. They're super nice. All right, that was it for the jigs. 6 jigs, 3 different kinds, 2 different colors on each one. I'm not mad with my choices. Next, we're gonna move on to the plastics. Now, I was not prepared for the selection of plastics. I really wasn't. We probably had $100 in the cart and I had to back off because I was like, yo, we have gone off the deep end, which means I'm probably just gonna place another order later. But I wanted to give, we try to keep most of the orders for $50. I think $50 is probably that sweet spot of like, maybe I ordered a couple more things than I would normally get. So it gives you a nice, you know, variety of what, you know, a company can offer. But the flip side is I could do more of these, right? So if I'm doing like $50, it's kind of close to like a standard order but still gives you a nice breadth of assortment. So I did have to back off the plastics because we had a bunch. The ones we couldn't back off of were the Magic Flick. I got 2 of them. The Magic Flick is like a drop shot bait. It's a heckin' cool bait. So this is a 3.5 inch, like a bait fish profile. I got it in Morning Dawn. If you make a Morning Dawn, I'm buying it. Like, I'll just say that right here. If you make a Morning Dawn, I'm probably gonna get one. But a really cool, this is the view from the top. This is the view from the side. And I call that out because it's almost hard to figure out until you're really looking at it. But a really cool ribbed design. And then it tapers down. I'm gonna have trouble holding this still for you guys. It tapers down there like a good drop shot bait will for you, but it's got a little more belly than like your standard, you know, drop shot bait does. And I love that. I love that it's got just like a little more profile. Like from the side, it looks like it's got some girth to it. And then the tail here has this really cool section. It's gonna be kind of hard to show. Right here, that section, it really tapers down to almost nothing. That's gonna catch that water, that's gonna catch any movement, but it's not like blowing up your profile. So you're like adding a bunch of movement without adding a bunch of bulk. There was another one. There were actually like 2 or 3 other ones that we had in here because all the color selection is like outstanding. And like you keep discovering as you scroll down, like you just keep going, whoa, whoa, whoa. I will give it to them. The color selection is outstanding. This one is, what is this? Dirty Perch. Dude, I don't know, man. They had a goby color that I had to walk away from, but it was only in favor of this color. Check that out. No, I'm not calling this green pumpkin. I'm going to call it like a rusty green pumpkin. The copper flake in there, it was an instant hit with the Burly crew. You know, we had to get it. We love ourselves some copper, but it's also got like green in there and then black flake for adding some of that depth. And this is something that we kind of always aspire to for our Clearwater lakes, especially in the river too. So, I mean, this was an instant order. I mean, like it got on the cart and there was no way it was coming out. This is the Flippin Delight, a 3.8-inch Flippin bait. The color is Okeechobee Craw. Again, not cheap, not cheap. Comes in a clamshell, so you know you are getting deducted points for that. But I know people love their clamshells. But here's your super quality packaging, and we'll give it to them. But it comes in a clamshell. You're getting a 5-pack for what did I say? $5. But look, dude, what in the heck? Just an absolute glitter bomb. Looks like it went off on the inside of this thing. And then on the bottom though is just straight green pumpkin. Bright blue flake on top, green pumpkin on bottom. I am not disappointed by this color. There's a lot going on here. And then you're getting some really cool appendages at the bottom. I don't know if I've ever seen one quite like this. You get 2 baby ones on the inside, 2 big dogs on the outside. You could certainly rip these off as needed to do something custom. This is just like a healthy Flippin bait. And again, it's like the detail is crazy. It says Beast Coast right here at the back. You're getting the ribs in the front. I think this is a really cool bait. Dude. Like, I want to rig this up to a flippin' jig, a green pumpkin flippin' jig so bad, or like Texas rig this one. Yeah, Texas rig this one. God, I'm like, the smell, it's interesting. It's called Forage Oil Blend, I think is like the scent that this thing is in. Hold on a second. Strong Salt Forage Oil Blend. So it's called Forage Oil. This smells like kale and broccoli. I'm not exaggerating. Kale and broccoli. I'm not mad at it. That is one of the finer scents that I have ever run across. It's potent, but it tastes like something that I would eat, which is rare. Usually when I like smell a bait, it's like, or it's Doritos. If you're in, like, that's it. All right, so for $50, what are you getting? Let's review the Hybrid Hustlers. Those are the hybrid jigs that have that marabou at the back. Next up, we had the 2 Tungsten football jigs. These are dragon jigs. These ones we went with, what did we do, quarter? 5/16 as well. Next up, you've got the OW Sniper, another tungsten resin jig. Very cool jig, smallmouth crush approved. Next up, we had 2 colors of the Magic Flick, their drop shot bait. We had this, I keep wanting to call it goby. It's Dirty Perch, but it's really, it should be goby. And then you get, it is Morning Dawn. If Morning Dawn's on the menu, I'm eating, I'm ordering it. I'm probably getting 2 orders. I'm getting takeout. And then we did go with the Flippin Delight and Okeechobee Craw. It's that super crazy blue flake with a green pumpkin on bottom. That comes in, again, a forage oil blend, broccoli. Mwah. Overall, I was very impressed from Beast Coast. I mean, the quality speaks for itself. Now the price speaks for itself too, but I think for $50, like, you're actually getting quite a bit of value, and you're definitely getting stuff that is going to last you. Just tie good knots and don't break off, and I think you will be absolutely tickled pink to get some of those baits. So that is what we have for you today. I want to say thank you so much again for stopping by the channel. If you haven't already, smash the like button, ring the notification bell. Please consider subscribing as well. And then please also come check us out Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. We go live. We have guests from all over the fishing industry and the fishing world. We have a ton of fun, and we would love to see you there and chat. And thanks for checking out this video. This was a lot of fun to do. I really enjoy doing these. We are finally officially past ice fishing season, so I will now actually go and get to test some of this stuff out on the water. Since there's so many jigs here, I may actually get to do a bank fishing trip and just run jigs all day, which sounds like a heckin' blast. I am so excited for it. Please let us know in the comments below which one you like better. If you liked them both equally, let us know that too. If there's a company that you would like us to go check out that we haven't talked about already, please let us know. Or feel free to become a member to the BurlyFishing Ned Rig Nerd crew. Options and links down below to check out to see what that is all about. But then you can come to our members only live. Again, we do those once a month on Tuesday, one Tuesday a month. And you can come tell us exactly what you think, and maybe if you can maybe even hop on screen, have a chat with us and tell us what companies we should be checking out. Again, thank you so much, and we will catch you out on the water.